Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here with a weekly trade example for you for the week ending June the 10th, 2011. I want you, before I do anything else, I want you to look at these pivot levels here. You see this yellow line here? Because it's going to change in just a minute here because I'm recording this near the end of the day here on Friday. A lot of people just make note that actually it might not change over because it's the weekend. But anyway, just want you to prove to you that there's a pivot right there. I'll tell you about that in a minute. A lot of people really struggle with not only finding a methodology to trade, but sticking with that methodology. There's always that lure of the greener grass on the other side of the fence. In all my trading patterns that I teach, I try to make sure that everything matches. Like, I don't want conflicting setups leaving me kind of, not knowing what the heck to do. And if I do see conflict, which isn't very often, but I have no problem in standing aside until things are more clear. But that's, like I say, usually not a problem. So if you like day trading, I'm going to show you a very nice, effective strategy for trading the trend of the day. I've taught this to a ton of people, but it's like any pattern, of course. You need to put some time in to learn it. You can't just expect someone hands you a trading system and all of a sudden you're making a bunch of money. That's just very naive, and it's a bad expectation. Be prepared to put some time into it, and you'll be really happy that you did. And the thing about the strategy too, this is reasonably objective. Although to me nothing is 100% objective. I feel very strongly that by learning how price action works and the things that influence price, you can greatly enhance your results. Now, as you probably know, everything I teach pretty much revolves around price, support, and resistance levels. And the Vic trade, the one I want to show you here, that I came up with years ago, is one of those trades. They set up almost every single day. I won't say every day, but pretty much. And I'll show you a few examples from here's the past few days. This is the British pound US dollar today, and here's the high of the day. These black vertical lines delineate the different days on my platform. This is 5 p.m. Eastern time when my new day starts. Price rallied up a little bit and then just plummeted like this. This rally here was a really, really good Vic trade setup where we got the market flow heading straight down, and we have the MACD heading down like this. Very, very strong day. And look where price came back to. See all of these lows in here and here and all that? That's very, very good. A really good place to sell, right in there. Okay. Now, that was about what, 163.08. Here's the thing. You could have looked to sell right here because there was old support here too, wasn't there? In fact, let's just zoom this out. How about, always do this. Zoom out and see what else is going on in here in these levels. This wasn't a bad level here. The thing with it, though, is that 50% retracement on the British pound is a really nice, the British pound is very good at taking 50%. It likes 50%. Not only that, you've got the figure right here, 163. That's another very common place for price to bounce. So this was a really logical place to sell up in here, and the subsequent drop down here, and I have specific places to take profits and all that kind of thing. So that was today. Yesterday, I know we had one on the Aussie. In fact, I got an email from one of the members that in the coaches corner took this exact trade. Price, look at this. Here it was. No, pardon me. This was on the 8th. Yeah, I'm sorry. On the 8th, and I'll show you the one from yesterday, the 9th. But here's one on the 8th. I mean, price dropped below the low of the prior day. That's always a good sign. The MACD was down. The market flow is heading down. Here's the rally. This thing rallied back to these. We look for these confluences all the time, and we teach this stuff over and over and over. And look at that. It was 38%, right back to these lows in here. Perfect place to sell right there. Really nice little trade in there. And this pattern of the market flow and getting yourself in alignment with the trend of the day makes it a very nice objective little way to trade. Okay, and we have specific places to get in, to get out, and all that, how to manage your risk. That's very important as well. The other one that I was going to show you was on the New Zealand US dollar. This one was yesterday right here. Here it is again. So look at this strong, hard rally. Breaks the prior day's high. Well, actually, it was right in here, the prior day's high. Broke well above it. Pulls back to where? Look at, see this, all this resistance in here? It's also a 62% retracement of the day. From the low up to the high, comes back. Really nice trade. And look at that, all the way up to its, well, beyond targets. And that we have different targets actually on the way up, but really, really nice little trade. The point of this video is to make you understand, or make sure that you understand, or at least to remind you that you just don't need anything fancy in your trading. You need to have a strategy and understand it and get really intimately familiar with it. Okay. Now, if you want to learn to trade not only this, but also to put in some counter trend trades, because after a VIC trade, quite often another trade sets up. When one trade ends, another one begins. But also, how to become an expert in getting these counter trend trades, and also become an expert at reading support and resistance levels very accurately, right? And more importantly, how to actually make trades around them. And just listen to this. I'm going to be away from the Coach's Corner service that I have. I'm going to be away on June the 16th and 20th, and also the 5th and the 7th. During that time, Shirley Hudson, who is an awesome and very profitable trader, you know her from the London Close Trade strategy, Shirley's going to be looking after the Coach's Corner for me. And I have to say that if you were ever thinking of joining the Coach's Corner, and we've reduced the price on it now too, you can check the link here. If you're ever thinking about joining it, this would be a fantastically good time to do so, because I mean, Shirley's someone you can really, really learn a ton from. I've learned from her a lot. And also, she's going to have a couple of guests on, some other very good traders. Gail Schneider and Dave Deming are going to be guests of hers while I'm away. I don't know exact which dates, but these people are both extremely good traders as well. Gail actually trades full time. That's all she does. So I really, really hope you're able to take advantage of that. You can learn so much from these, and your learning curve just shrinks. I mean, why go through all the trial and error? These people have done it, and they've made the mistakes, and we all have. And now you can get it. Here's an environment where you can learn from people who are doing it, and really good. Okay, anyway, I'll wrap it up there. There will likely be no weekly trade example next week because I'm going to be away, like I mentioned. But the week following, that'll be June 24th, I should be back with an example then. Alrighty, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the week ahead, and we'll talk to you soon. All the best.